students. This is session 19 for grade 8 mathematics. In previous session, session 18, we have dealt with two sums, 14, 13 and 14. Hope you are clear with the concept. Let us move on to the 15th sum now. And with 15th and 16th sum, I think exercise 2.2 is getting over. Let us move on to the 15th sum. Please listen the question carefully. I have a total of rupees 300 in coins of denomination rupees 1, 2 and rupees 5. So what is the total amount that I have? Total amount I have is rupees 300. Okay, and that 300 is denominated in rupees 1, rupees 2 and rupees 5. I have these 3 rupees for the denomination of rupees 300. That is the total amount 300. Now, the number of rupees 2 coins is 3 times the number of rupees 5 coins. The total number of coins is 160. This is a question given. And what is the next one? The total number of coins is 160. How many coins of each denominations are with me? Now, the question is, there is a total amount rupees 300. This 300 must be denominated using these 3 rupees, rupees 1, rupees 2 and rupees 5. I have 2 hints with me. First hint is rupees 2 coin is 3 times rupees 5 coins. Okay, this is my first hint. And my second hint is the total number of coins is 160. The coins, this is denomination, I am telling about coins. The total number of 3 coins is 160. 160 coins I have in total. So these are the 2 hints given in the question. Now we don't know what is rupees 5. How many coins I have in rupees 5? Yes. So 3 times of rupees 5 is mentioned here. But I don't have number of coins in rupees 5. So let me consider coins in rupees 5 as X. This is coins in rupees 5. That is denomination of rupees 5. Okay. Now 3 times rupees 5, which means 3 into 3 times of rupees 5 means 3 into what is rupees 5 denomination? X. So 3x is the denomination for rupees 2. Now 1. For rupees 1, they did not give us any hint. There is no hint for rupees 1. But I have, what is the total number of coins that I have? 160 is the total number of coins. And I have rupees 5 x coins and rupees 2 3x coins. Can you understand? So with this what can I do? Total number of coins minus 3x plus x, which means rupees 2 plus rupees 5, which means I need rupees 1. Yes, I don't have any hint for rupees 1. But I know what is the total number of coins. Total number of coins is there. If I add these two and subtract from the total number of coins, I will be getting rupees 1 coin. Yes, am I right? So 160 minus, what is the addition of rupees 2 and rupees 5 coins? What is rupees 2? 3x plus what is rupees x? 5, it is x. So what is the denomination of rupees 1 now? 160 minus 3x plus x is 4x. I already told you, if the variables are same, you can just add the coefficients. Can you understand? So what is the denomination of number of coins for rupees 1? It is 160 minus 4x. Now up to this we will recap again. Listen carefully. Now the total amount, it is 300, rupees 300. For this 300, you have to give denominations. In the previous session, I told you what is the denomination. Denomination means you are depositing some amount. You are having rupees note in your hand. You are going to denominate each rupees note. For example, for 300 rupees, I have 10 rupees note. 520 rupees note, 100 rupees note, like that. It is denomination. Such denomination should be made for rupees 300 with the coins rupees 1, rupees 2 and rupees 5. These are the coins. Okay. With this coins you have to denominate rupees 300. For that they have given 2 hints for us. Total number of coins, which means you are giving some coins 300. For rupees 300 you are giving coins. that coin is 160 coin you have. Okay, total number of coins in that package is 160. And they have given second hint. 3 times of rupees 5 is rupees 2. But I don't know what is rupees 5. So I have considered rupees 5 as x. And 3 times of rupees 5 as 3x. Now I have arrived at rupees 5 and rupees 2 denominations. Now I have to move on to rupees 1. There is no hint for rupees 1. So what can I do? I can take the total amount. I can add these two. And if I subtract this sum from the total number of coins, I will be getting rupees 1. So this is 160 minus 4x is rupees 1 denomination. So when I get the x value, I will come and substitute in this values only. So that I get the denomination for rupees 300. Can you understand? This is the most important part. So this is clear for you, right? Now when my x value is arrived, I have to come and substitute in this values, in this x value parts. Okay. Now see the next one. In the first sentence they have given, I have a total of rupees 300 in coins of denomination rupees 1, rupees 2 and rupees 5. This is the coins, number of coins. This is about number of coins. Now we have to go about amount. For this we have to fix some amount. So that why it is like that means they have given the total is 300. But you cannot add this. If you add this, you will get only total number of coins. That is 160 coins. These are all mentioned for the coins, right? Then if you add this, you will be having only the total number of coins. But in the question clearly they have mentioned the total amount is rupees 300. So I need some amount to add and which is equal to 300. That is our statement. Like that only we have to do all the other sums, right? So we did not take the part of amount. Now we will do that. Now what is this? It is number of coins. Now we have to move to amount. Rupees 1. For rupees 1, multiply 1 to number of coins. Multiply 1 to number of coins. 160 minus 4x. Now for rupees 2, multiply 2 to number of coins. 2 into 3x. Now rupees 5, multiply 5 to number of coins. 5x. Can you understand? So this is number of coins and this is the amount. If you add these three and you put equal to, you will get 300. Then you can find the x value. Are you clear about it? Again I will tell you, please listen carefully. This is somewhat tedious. Please listen. The total amount given is 300. Amount is 300 and the total number of coins is 160. First let me denote the coins. For coins they have given two hints for us. Total number of coins is given 160 and the second hint is 3 times rupees 5. But I don't know how much coins I am having in rupees 5. So let me take the number of coins in the rupees 5 as x. And now for 2 rupees coin it is 3 times of x, so it is 3x. Now 1 rupee coin I don't have any hint, so let me do total amount minus the sum of rupees 2 and sum of rupees 5. So I have arrived at 160 minus 4x. This is the total number of 1 rupee coin. So these all indicates number of coins. But in the question it is mentioned the sum of total amount is 300. If I add all these, I will be putting equal to 160 only because it is number of coins. I need amount. So what I am going to do is rupees 1 denomination 1 into number of coins. Rupees 2 2 into number of coins. Rupees 3 rupees 5 5 into number of coins. So we have got this. Now what we are going to do is we are going to add all the 3 and we are going to equate to 300. Can you understand? Let us do it. What is the first one? 160 minus 4x. What is the second one? 2 into 3x. 2 into 3x means already I told you only while adding and subtracting you have to see the variable. If you have same variable you can add or subtract. If it is different you should not do it. But while multiplying with the variable and the whole number you can multiply. Okay. Now 2 into 3 is 6 and write the variable. What is the answer now? 6x plus 6x. Why am I writing plus here? Because sum of total money is 300. So I have indicated plus. Now see the next one. 5 into x is 5x. So plus 5x is equal to 300. Are you clear now? Now see the next step. What is the variable here in the three numbers? It is x, x and x. So what we can do? You can neither add or subtract the given numbers. See what is given? Minus 4. And what is the next variable? 6 and next is 5. So you got 2 positive numbers and 1 negative number. So add the positive number. 5 plus 6 is 11 and 11 minus 4 is 7. So you got 7x as your answer. That is, my variables are same. So I am taking the coefficients and solving. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 minus 4 is 7. So 160 as it is it will come. And this if I solve I am getting 7x. Because 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 minus 4 is 7. And 7 is a positive number. So I have written plus 7x, which is equal to 300. Now as usual keep the variable term here and take the number term that side. 300 minus 160. It is plus 160 here. If it goes that side it is minus 160. So 7x minus 140. 300 minus 160 is 140. So let x be here. 7 is in multiplication. When it goes to right hand side it becomes division. So 140 by 7. So x is equal to 7 1 times, 2 times and 0. X is equal to 20. Now we are arrived at the answer. X is equal to 20. Now what we are going to do, already I told you, these are the number of coins. You need the denomination in terms of number of coins only. You need not to take the number of amount, because they are asking what are the denominations of rupees 300. So these are the denominations. Now take the x value and substitute in the denominations. What is the first denomination? Rupees 1, which is equal to 160 minus 4x. What is the value of x here? 20. So 160 minus 4 into 20. Bracket indicates multiplication. So which implies 160 minus 4 into 20 is 4 2s are 8. Add the 0 now, 80. So 160 minus 80 is 80. Okay. So how many number of 1 rupee coins I have in the denomination of 300? 80 1 rupee coins. Now see the 2 rupee coin. Rupees 2, which is 3 into x. 3 into 20, which is equal to 60. So rupees 2, how many coins I have? 60 coins. Now x, sorry, rupees 5. Rupees 5 is x, x is equal to 20. So 25 rupee coins I am having. Can you understand the denomination, how it is coming? Are you clear with it? Again I will tell the whole sum, please listen carefully. So that is the denomination. The total amount given is rupees 300. For that 300 you are going to give denominations in terms of rupees 1, rupees 2 and rupees 5. This is the first hint. Second one is you will have total number of coins as 160. The total number of coins is 160. And in that rupees 2 is mentioned as 3 times x, sorry 5. I don't know what is rupees 5. How many coins are there in rupees 5? So I kept that x. Kept that as x. Now rupees 2 is mentioned as 3 times of rupees 5. Now rupees 5 is x. So 3 times of rupees 5 means 3x. Now I don't know what is the, they did not provide you any hint for rupees 1. Now what we will do is total number of coins minus the sum of rupees 2 coins and rupees 5 coins you will get. Now you are getting 160 minus 4x. This is the denomination for rupees 1. Now you have arrived at number of coins. Now the question is the total sum is 300. They did not tell you the total coin is 300. They have given the total sum of amount is 300. So for this I have to calculate the amount. For that purpose what we are going to do is for rupees 1 you are going to multiply 1 into 160 minus 4x. And for rupees 2, 2 into 3x. And for rupees 5, 5 into x. Add everything and you are arriving at the answer x is equal to 20. Now substitute this 20 in the number of coins. You will be getting rupees 1, 80 coins, rupees 2, 60 coins and rupees 5, 20 coins. Now add all the coins. Here it is 80 coins, here it is 60 coins and here it is 20 coins. What is the addition? 60 plus 20, 80. 80 plus 80, 160. What is the total number of coins given in the question? 160. Now our answer is correct. Are you clear about it? Are you clear about this sum? Let us move on to the next sum. Okay. Please listen carefully about the next sum. The organizer of an essay competition decided that a winner in the competition gets a prize of rupees 100. So the winner in the competition will be getting rupees 100. Winner in the competition is getting rupees 100 and the participant who does not win gets a rupees 25. Those who are participating but not winning will get rupees 25. Except the winner, all the participants will get rupees 25. Now, the total prize amount distributed is rupees 3000. Total amount is rupees 3000. This is in terms of amount. Now, find the number of winners if the total number of participants is 63. What is the total number of participants now? This is total number of participants. These are the 4 hints given in your question. Listen carefully. A competition is conducted. In that, a winner is getting rupees 100. We don't know how many winners are there, but each winner is getting rupees 100. Total participants, those who don't win, will get rupees 25. Okay. For example, like 63 participants are there. Total number of participants is 63. We will consider X as a winner. Let winner be X. Okay. Now the participants except winner will be 63 minus X. Can you understand? Let the winners be X. The total number of participants is 63. The participant who is not winning will be extra, right? So 63 minus X. Are you clear about it? Next one is the total amount given for the prizes is rupees 3000 and total number of participants is 63. Now what we are going to find is number of winners we are going to find. Okay. Now what we will do? Amount for the winner. What is the amount given for the winner? It is rupees 100. And what is the amount given for the total number for the participants? It is rupees 25. Amount for the participants. Now here what you have to see is for winner it is 100 and what we have considered for the winner it is X. We don't know how many winners are there, but we know only the total number of participants. We know what is the prize amount for the winner, what is the prize amount for the participant alone, those who are not winners. So winner is considered as X and the number of participants, those who are not winners means 63 minus X. You have to exclude the winner. The winner will not get rupees amount 25. They will get only 100. If you are a winner, you will get 100. If you are just participating, you will get rupees 25. That's it. So winner is considered as X and the number of participants will be considered as 63 minus X. Because why we are subtracting X there? Because the winner will get only the amount of rupees 100. He will not get the rupees 25. Can you understand? That is the value here. Now what we are going to do is amount. Why we have to calculate the amount here? Because the total amount given here is rupees 3000. If we add the sum of the amount given for the winner and participant and if you equate it to 3000, you will be getting the number of winners. Can you understand? Now amount for the winner is 100 and winner here is considered as X. So it is 100X. Okay. Now amount for the participant. Amount for the participant here is 63 minus x, and what is the amount given for the participants? 25. So 25 into 63 minus x. Why 25 into 63 minus x? Because the number of participants is 63 minus x. We have excluded x because x will get only rupees 100. He will not get rupees 25. So 25 into 63 minus x. Can you understand how it is going? Now the total amount given is rupees 3000. Now add these two, rupees 100x plus 25 into 63 minus x is equal to rupees 3000. Okay, this is the statement of the sum. With this we are going to find the x value. Now 100x plus multiply this into the bracket. 25 into 63 is 1575. 25 into x is, this symbol is subtraction given in the question. So we are taking the subtraction here. 25 into x is 25x, which is equal to 3000 as it is. Can you understand? Now 100x and here it is minus 25x. Variables are same, so you can subtract the coefficient. Why we have to subtract? Because subtraction symbol is given here. So 100 minus 25 is 75x. Why I am writing plus 75? Because my greater value number sign is plus, and this number will come as it is 1575, which is equal to 3000. Now keep the variable this side and take the number to that side. 3000 minus 1575, 75, x is equal to, if you subtract 3000 and 1575, you are getting 1425, that is 1425. So keep the x here, take 75 to the x side, it is multiplication. When it goes to right hand side, it becomes division. So my x value is 19. If you divide, you will get 19. So what is the number of winners here? It is 19. Can you understand? Are you clear with it? Again I will tell you, please listen. This is 16th sum in exercise 2.2. There is a competition. In the competition, winner is getting rupees 100 and the participant is getting rupees 25. Winner alone will get 100. The winner is a participant also, but he will not be getting rupees 25. He will be getting only 100. So winner is considered as x and participant is considered as 63 minus x, because total number of participants is 63. So 63 minus x is considered as the number of participants and winner is considered as x. Amount for the winner is 100, so we have considered as 100x, and amount for the participants is 25. So 25 into 63 minus x. If you sum these two, you are getting rupees 1000, that is mentioned in your question. So 100x plus 25 into 63 minus x is equal to 3000. 25 into 63 is 1575. 25 into x is 25x. Here it is subtraction, so we are taking the same symbol here, which is equal to 3000. Now here also I am having the variable x, here also I am having the variable x. So what I can do, I can subtract the coefficient because the symbol here is subtraction. So 100 minus 25 is 75x plus 1575 is equal to 3000. Take this plus 1575 to that side, it becomes minus. If you subtract, you will get 1425. Now 75x is in multiplication in LHS. If you take to RHS, it will be division. So x is equal to 1425 divided by 75. So x is equal to 19. If you divide, you will get 19. You can check at home. Now 19 winners are there in the competition. You have arrived at the answer. Can you understand? With this, your 2.2 exercise is over. All the 16 sums are very important. Please revise it once again at home. Keep your classwork note neat and revise it properly. Okay? Thank you.